Hi everyone, welcome to Together We Can Do More. Today's event is organized by Berteman Baik in partnership with Movement of Recovery Community. This event live via YouTube channel Berteman Baik and is part of our program in order to celebrate World Mental Health Day, which is in October 2020. Okay, hi Berteman Baik. We already have two special guest speakers from Movement of Recovery Community. Hi Nev.
Hey, hello.
And hi Bim Bim.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Mantap.
Mantap. We have like a tagline here, Mantap Jiwa.
Mantap jiwa.
Mantap Jiwa. Okay, thank you very much for coming in today for our events and our sharing session. Hopefully, this event will be beneficial for people who have listened to our YouTube channel. All right, so Nev is a founder of Movement of Recovery, right?
Yeah, I'm the grateful founder of Pergerakan Pemulihan and Movement of Recovery.
Right,
Yeah.
and then Bim Bim is a leader for Yayasan Semangat Pergerakan Pemulihan Movement of Recovery.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, we would like to know what is MOR or Movement of Recovery. Maybe Bim Bim first or Nev first.
You can start.
It's okay.
Mumza Kito, he can start.
All right.
So, Movement of Recovery is a place where people celebrate recovery and positive lifestyle choice.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nev, what is the meaning of Movement of Recovery? Why do you guys choose this name for the community?
Because we went out on the road and have done for 2.5 years building a tribe movement and building a tribe and a voice, which is a movement, it's a voice. A voice of hope from freedom from active addiction.
All right. So it means like a freedom, like when people like win a journey of addiction or something like that.
It's the journey of recovery
Yeah.
and freedom from active addiction.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
and
see.
positive lifestyle choice.
Yeah, that's a positive lifestyle choice. You mentioned before.
Well, definitely using drugs isn't.
Right. Okay. So, what sort of things that makes you guys like establish this community?
So, myself is addict in recovery. So, when I found this Movement of Recovery, when I joined the Movement of Recovery, I feel like I have a place
All right.
for myself and to get inspired from other people in recovery. So feeling like I have found a new family after coming out from the active addiction, you know, like stop using drug is the first step. Like you went to the rehab, do the treatment, do the detox, and then after 90 days you're coming out. And then what happened to me is I'm still confused. Confused to find about myself that I have a disease and what should I do with myself. And the fear is coming up. And where I should go, what should I do? And then when I found this Movement of Recovery, I feel like I found home.
Yeah.
And then on that home, I see a hope and I have a fight. And on this platform, we are inspired together, not only from Indonesia, but also from overseas. See addict over there have a same problem before, same issue, and then we do recovery, and we have the same journey, you know. So the main thing of this one is the Movement of Recovery is bringing the global voice of recovery from outside, from overseas, to Indonesia and bring the Indonesian voice of recovery. So people outside there can know and can see that there is a recovery here in Indonesia because what we feel is same.
Yeah.
So like why we use the tagline, like the title "Together We Can Do More," because in recovery we're doing this together. That's why the movement of recovery is about building the tribe, the voice of recovery, and this is the platform from everyone who's
Wow,
doing
that's very nice to
recovery.
hear
Yeah.
that. So you mentioned before that you feel like sort of like a family support that you gain from this community, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys like met each other before? Let's flashback a bit.
Movement of recovery got invited by Bali Samsara Rehab here. We do a lot of work with collaboration with rehabs because, like Bim Bim said, we are family and we're brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And so we went up to promote. We do a lot of promotion to break stigma, you know, and make recovery inviting.
Yeah.
A really place where you can feel welcome and find hope.
Oh.
So we went up to Badoogal, was it? Yeah. And Buck Bim Bim over here was was early days in recovery,
Okay.
and I'm from New Zealand, and his English sounds like it comes from my country.
Oh,
And I
right.
was like, but he had his spirit and want for recovery, but not knowing really where to go at the time.
Yeah.
I could see a lot in Bim Bim. And so, like a lot of addicts that have joined the movement of recovery, together we find purpose in a new life, free from substance. And Bim Bim joined on board and has been such an asset as a voice for Indonesia and Bali. So, yeah, from there, he just jumped in with 2 feet and travelled 4 months around Indonesia in a van
Oh, really?
with some crazy Western boulet promoting recovery.
All right. Okay. So when was that? Do you remember exactly?
We start the first tour that Neb doing with Joe. That was in 2018.
Yeah, 7 months. that one.
7 months, 20,000 kilometers from Bali to Sabang Island, Sumatra, 0 kilometers. And after they coming back from that road trip, we do the legality and stuff like that, paperwork, and then the Yayasan Semangat Pergerakan Pemulihan Movement of Recovery is totally legit. And we do also doing the second road trip to spread the message and to get noticed by the people around Indonesia. So we do the second road trip for 3 months, 4,000 kilometers from Bali, Sumatra again.
Wow, that's so interesting actually. So you spread like you make people aware of that there is a place for recovery. Like you have a friends to recover like together. And you know, like finding a purpose is your mission, right? Like
You're doing having a place where you feel welcome and a part of, and many addicts, including myself, even from New Zealand, and that I didn't know how to change my lifestyle, and it's just a place of hope where we can give back to the communities, which gives us purpose.
yeah.
And it breaks stigma, and it's a place of hope, you know. And together we can do more because everyone's got talents, and there's many people that are suffering from addiction. Our ultimate thing at the moment, I think, is working toward having a hotline in conjunction with hopefully Berteman Bike and others.
Yeah.
We'll look at the addiction side, but that's so people in like Jakarta and that who have got a shabu pipe in their mouth or a needle in their arm have got a place to call to find hope.
Yeah. Hope and support.
And there's nothing like that. So, and we're non-governmental and non-shaming, non-blaming,
Yeah.
and we do Bahasa Indonesian plus English.
Yeah. That's very special. I mean, like you both like complete each other. Yeah.
Like
No, I mean like
yin and yang.
yin and yang. Black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've discussed about the meaning of the movement and recovery, and then why do you guys create this community? Like, and could you please inform us who can be the member of this community?
Maybe you can share a little bit about
Yeah.
the first road trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the way I'm an addict in recovery myself.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was worthy of study. I didn't think I was worthy of a job.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like many life circumstances, especially addiction, your self-respect and your self-dignity just gets chipped away day
Mhm.
after day with the lies,
Mm-hmm.
the drug use, and
Yeah.
they're not bad people. I wasn't a bad person. I
Mhm.
was an addicted person.
Yeah.
So to find recovery and have people love me when I couldn't love myself,
Yeah.
that came about with recovery. But the movement of recovery itself, there's a lot of good help out there in the communities, but a lot of it's anonymous,
Mm.
and some of it's so anonymous no one knows where to find it.
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's because it's autonomous.
Yeah.
So, I'm really proud to be in recovery, and it's not that I need to own that, but together to show that people can
Mm-hmm.
break the cycle of addiction and become good people and give back to the communities and their families.
Yeah.
And it's not just for those addicts, it's for anyone that supports the cause. A lot of our people that have worked with us aren't drug addicts or alcoholics.
Yeah.
And it's just breaking stigma and believing that this is better for society, because the amount of crime that comes from drug use,
Mm-hmm.
it affects society, it affects families, it affects
Yeah.
domestic violence, it
Yeah.
affects mental health,
Yeah. It's true.
depression, anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
80% of people in New Zealand under mental health, when I was working there,
Mm-hmm.
are coexisting disorders. Addiction always throws it out,
Mm-hmm.
using drugs and substances. So
Mm-hmm.
just breaking stigma and making it just a place to really celebrate being clean, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like breaking the stigma and say to people that, well, I'm addicted and then I need help, and you might in the same position as me, like that.
Yeah. About the stigma here, especially for Indonesia,
Mm-hmm.
like now I'm understand after I'm joined with the movement of recovery and
Mhm.
also work with other people who doing the recovery stuff like that.
Mhm.
So meet very during the road trip I met a lot of great people who doing recovery, but I'm lucky because I do the road trip so I can meet them, So
Mhm,
the purpose of the movement of recovery in here is breaking the stigma also, yes, and also promote recovery as positive lifestyle choice, and also promote NGO or facility out there who doing a good stuff,
Mhm.
So about the stigma is I was being addict since I was young, and then get clean, helped by my family,
Mhm.
do the cold turkey, lock in the room and get clean, and coming out again, a new life, a new place to live,
Yeah.
far away from my old friends, stuff like that. So until I found out, until I lost my parents, and then
Mm.
I fall and slip, relapse on the same hole again and get worse. So
Mm.
and then I do the rehab over there. I found about this disease that I got,
Mm.
the addiction. This is a disease,
Yeah.
But in here in Indonesia, people see addiction is like a criminal. When you use
Oh,
drug,
got
you're
it,
a criminal.
Yeah. Mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
just said like this: if someone have a disease like a diabetes or heart
Yeah,
problem
attacks,
stuff
yeah.
like that,
Mhm.
can you label them as a criminal?
No, not this
Same
one.
like us, we have the disease. We have the disease of addiction. This is the stigma that we try to break,
Yeah.
and there is a way
Yeah.
to resolve the problem,
Mhm, mhm. Okay.
So that's why the movement of recovery here, we bring the voice of recovery.
Yeah.
We have a disease of addiction, but there is a way. We're doing the recovery. We're doing the positive
Yeah.
lifestyle choice, and
All right.
we cannot do this alone. together we can do it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So you guys want to like make people aware that, hey, you guys, if you have the same problem, then here, like, we are having the same issues as well, and then there is a way to recover.
That's
Yeah.
what's really good about the
Yeah.
English and
Mhm.
Bahasa Indonesian.
Mhm.
Like our website translates from
Mhm.
English to Bahasa Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
We try and get our social media
Ah.
to bounce
Mhm.
into the two.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was traveling through Sumatra,
Mm-hmm.
I met kids that are 12
Mm-hmm.
trafficking shabu and things.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't understand until they saw our videos, because we put subtitles
Yeah.
either in English or Bahasa
Bahasa
Indonesian,
Indonesia. Uh-huh.
and they started to understand that
Mhm.
addiction is a global thing. It
Mhm.
addiction doesn't discriminate.
Yeah.
It's affects everyone,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're Indonesian,
Mm-hmm.
Australia, New Zealand,
Yeah.
or from other parts of the world.
True.
So there's something else I was going to
I just curious, guys. Like when you went to like Sumatra, you mentioned before. Like, how do people reacted to your mission, your activities there? Like any struggles or something?
I know some of the questions that are coming up later, so I might as well say some things about that now. Look, honestly, Sumatra and Java,
Mm-hmm.
they really embraced it, loved it, because it's vibrant. The
Mhm.
movement of recovery, we've got our logo here, which
Mhm.
is enjoy, don't endure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They really did love it. We did classic car rallies with them.
Yeah, I've seen that like on your website or something. The car like.
Oh no, but yeah,
No.
we had the vans. And
Oh, you like
and,
the fans, yeah.
And then we had classic car club,
Mm-hmm.
which are all addicts following, and doing really exciting stuff. It was great. I'm also the founder of a private rehab, which is very expensive
Mhm.
in Bali,
Mhm.
but I don't have anything to do with that anymore. I'm very grateful for it. But you asked before about the movement of recovery. It's kind of like, even now, a lot of rehab's kind of a business,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Yeah.
And when you've got one business here, another business
Mhm,
there, it's
mhm.
kind of like competition.
Mm-hmm.
And high-end rehabs, for me, they weren't helping Indonesia and the people that can't afford rehab.
Mm.
So to get out there and try and make people realise that we're actually brothers and sisters, is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
You asked how it's been. So, like, the fact is, in Bali, it's difficult because I'm known as the founder of a rehab, and there's a lot of us and them stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if there was a march for recovery, I'd like to think that all of us would be on that march celebrating recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And there's factions within recovery, like rational recovery, 12-step recovery,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't matter what flavour of recovery you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Movement of recovery
Mhm.
is generic,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully later too, it's going to be more than just addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe recovery from all sorts of things, but we do the addiction side.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And how about you? Like any particular experience that you gained from your trip to other part of Indonesia?
Yeah, that is a new thing for me because I'm a Balinese man,
Mhm.
so I like my comfort zone and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
born like that, you know. So when I always have a fear about a new thing
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So when we make the plan about the road trip and we put the date when we're gonna do the road trip, the fear is getting high. What's gonna happen there? Oh, Java, Sumatra, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
You know, so as an addict, to coming out from your coming out from my comfort zone
Mm-hmm.
is difficult for me. But when I do it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
on the early day of my recovery, I can see my brother and my sister outside there who have the same journey like like me as an addict in recovery, and it's inspiring me a lot, you know, see a different kind of stuff, and wow, the feeling that I found after that road trip is I'm not alone anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Everywhere I go, I always feel I have family there.
Family there.
Even I don't know each other yet, but already have that confidence because we have the same journey, we have the same feeling, and we have the same disease of addiction, and we are addict in recovery.
Yeah.
So this is a great stuff, and I'm being so proud to be part of movement of recovery.
Recovery.
Yeah.
That's very, like, I cannot say anything because, like, wow, like, your journey is, like, part of recovery, actually. What do you think?
I just want to give some credit to Bim Bim, actually, because the first road trip we did, it was all about creating a dance floor.
Dance floor.
Yeah, like people, you get one person dance. You know,
Yeah.
you know how everyone's scared to dance on the dance floor when it's empty?
Malu.
And then malu, shy. And then one person comes in, another person comes in, they start dancing, and then you all start dancing, and together start dancing. So that was really good the first time. Bim Bim, when you come on that drive, how clean were you? Like 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give credit to Bim Bim. I can't say too much about that, and I don't, because movement of recovery, our only motto is how can we help? We try not to get involved in politics, but the last trip we went on with Bim Bim, politics followed us like the plague, and we, there was times it was so difficult. We're trying to do some good stuff, and there's so many people trying to just stomp it out, and that's really sad because I don't know, just fear. We call it tall poppy syndrome because it's something different. It's vibrant, it's exciting. But anyway, I want to give credit to Bim Bim because together we're two addicts in recovery that believe, we have faith that we will be okay.
Yeah.
And we were able to visit like BNN, founders at VPYL, some really good government stuff.
Yeah.
We had support from House of Serenity, those guys are awesome, the other rehabs. And we had some really good people backing us up, and we were able to come back with the support of just about all of the government bodies that we need.
Wow.
Because if we didn't, we would have been silenced, basically.
Okay.
It's I can't go into stories, but it was an experience, and I really, Bim Bim, together, he's a very strong man. He's a good ketua, and he can lead
Yeah.
the Yayasan here really well. And it was a great learning. Also, we had some good people looking after us with advice, so we know we're not alone.
Yeah.
It's not an easy one.
That's not easy. That's a tough one. All right. Okay. So, apart from that, like, any difficulty situation you've encountered during the establishment of this community?
You can answer that one.
A lot of stuff that happens for us on the road, I don't mind telling our audience, we don't show because it's political, it's just not celebrating recovery, it's problematic. I don't mind, I'm not going to go into the whys and hows, but we got, it's probably the first time I say it on here, because of trying to do the right thing and people not understanding, we got kicked out of Sumatra.
You got what?
Kicked out of Sumatra at one stage by military intelligence. And a few other scandals that happened because people fearing that we were trying to have alternative. A lot of people, even Yayasan, I don't mind saying, it's about money again.
Yeah.
And people find it hard to trust something new. And we're transparent in everything we do. And I think that's new in a lot of areas for some NGO.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Western, I don't want to say too much. I love this country, Indonesia.
Yeah.
But changing corruption
Yeah,
is not easy.
that's true.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
That's all I can say.
Right. So do you guys like got like funding before on the first trip?
No.
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 How do you guys like survive like 5 months?
I sold my private rehab
Ah.
and fully funded that. And people find that hard to believe as well. But
Mhm.
really, it's not about money. It's not. I'd like some.
Mhm.
If you got any money, please donate. Seriously. We're getting really hard up at the moment.
Yeah.
It's helping Bali. But no, I funded that because I believe in the cause. And now it's about the yayasan. We're doing... Yeah, I just believe that it will fund itself because it's the right thing.
Yeah.
It's not built on...
Yeah.
Yeah. And good things will happen. So it's not really about money, but it is about survival for the yayasan. That's why we want to do Bersama Kita Bisa. We know we can do more with other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And a louder voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, like, can you please tell us like what are the activities people do in MOR in Bali, for example?
Yeah. So after we coming back from the road trip and we bring that the voice of recovery and we introduce our platform, the website, who have already have 186 rehabilitation around Indonesia. So the first thing that we're doing is we are the information service for the addiction. So that's why in our directory we have the list of the rehabilitation around Indonesia, and individual, family, and community can look for that and find help from the place where they are stay. You know, just sample you are in Bali, you go to the website www.movementofrecovery.org. There is a directory and you type your location, Bali, and will coming out private NGO, stuff like that. So you can find a help, you know, you can find a direction. So that is what we're doing. The main thing is information about facility who we have around Indonesia, and also we do education to the young one, to the school. We start school, Banjar, stuff like that, to giving the awareness about the drug and alcohol abuse. And also we never telling people to stop using drug because nobody will listening.
And then what do you guys do?
We keep giving the awareness. We keep showing them the positive lifestyle choice, you know.
Yeah.
We use rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll band, famous band to support us and spread the message. And also what we're doing is we keep telling them, so if they stuck in that kind of situation, they know where to reach out for help, you know. That is what we're doing.
We haven't launched the promotion of this yet, but on the 1st of November, for example, we're doing a charity fun ride to raise funds to help Bali during COVID.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it's custom motorcycles.
Custom motorcycle. Well, that's the interesting one.
Yeah. So you talk about what we do for fun.
Yeah.
Well, custom motorcycles. We've got really cool raffles out there. We're using rock and roll. We've got some real good bands that are supporting us through the past. Navi Cooler, Project Pop, Jaruji, Burger Kill. Some real cool bands.
Wow.
Because we want to... It's about labelling recovery as something exciting and a positive lifestyle choice. But it's cool because the kids out there or the people that are suffering addiction, they want something that's appealing to them. The idea of getting clean fears a lot of people. So we're trying to break that, the fear of...
Oh, got it.
Make it exciting, make life...
Yeah.
Life begins in recovery. It doesn't end.
Yeah. What I really like is like your approach here. Like your approach is very unique. I mean, like you're trying to make people aware that recovery is a like lifestyle choice that people can choose. Yeah, that's very. Oh my god, like yeah, I don't like that idea. Actually, like you mix it with like music and like some activities that sounds fun for people. Like yeah, nobody. I mean, like many people like wants like something like really cheerful and like that.
Most people think you can't dance unless you're mabuk, drunk, or,
Yeah.
or on substances. But it's about learning how to together get out there and enjoy life.
Yeah, that's important point. Enjoy life. All right. Do we have like question already? Not yet. No. Okay. Okay then. Let's continue to talk about drug issues.
Yeah.
So, from Nav, what are struggles to help people with drug addiction?
Do you mean in Indonesia?
Yeah.
It's probably good for the Western audience to understand this too. Stigma is always the hardest thing, and the fear. We use a speech by Marianne, I forgot her name. Nelson Mandela uses it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the darkness we fear; it's our light that we fear. And who are you not to be, or you can be, that's been freely given to you? For when you shun it, you shun what's been given to you by God, and you don't allow others to shine under you. So what I'm saying is it's more easy for people to go back to a lifestyle that's familiar.
Yeah.
Addiction is familiar, even though it's bad,
Yeah.
they know it. The fear of letting go into the unknown is really scary, and who will I become? My friends, my life. I don't know what, that kind of thing. But within Indonesia, especially for in a Muslim country, predominantly for women, it's not just for women, but a drug addict is generally deemed a criminal and a bad person.
Yeah.
Even so much to be spiritually bad.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to deal with.
Yeah, they're judged by people, and then
Communities will judge them.
Yeah.
The whole
And then they will-
communities will judge them.
they will have like a problem with their families, and then isolated and that kind of
Pushed
things.
out from even the bonjars and,
Yeah.
and all sorts of stuff.
And Bim Bim, do you have like experience, like bad experience, like people did to you, like when you were addict at that time?
People never bad to me, but I'm bad to the people.
Oh, okay.
But the experience that I have is like what Neb said before, is about the stigma and the size of the family, that there is a member of the family who have a problem with the drug addiction. So I just telling the story of my own experience when I was first time using the drug, and I feel tired. I'm nearly passed away 2 times because overdose.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm tired with that kind of stuff, and then I speak to my parents, please help me.
Got it.
Okay, the first thing that they do it, okay, lock me in the room, don't go anywhere, and just hide me from the family and stuff like that, so nobody else know about my problem. Because my mom is a government worker, my father is a teacher, so having a kid with that issue, that's embarrassing the family. So that is the experience that I have. And then we go to the healers, some stuff like that for spiritual, for make me clean. And then there is no information, not like now. Now we already have the
Like social media
and stuff like
website,
that.
and
So that's why I'm to make a hotline, like a service. So when someone have a problem with that, they need a help, they can reach the number and make the phone call and ask for the help, because what happened with me in the past, I was get clean without education and no tools and program stuff like that. I just get clean because I'm locked in the room. Found a new job, move it to a new place. It's not what I feel that time is. I have no problem. I'm okay. I'm not using anymore and stuff like that. I'm already good, but now I found out after I was doing the rehab and stuff like that that I have a disease. I have a disease that I can do recovery, but I cannot healing. Like something like that in English. I cannot healing, but I can do recovery. I can do recover. There is a tools. There is a program for support that disease that I got. So information is the main thing.
Yeah.
So that's why with this during this event, thank you for the Berteman Baik who we do the collaboration, make the event like this with many kind of NGO, 10 NGO here, and then hopefully we can continue this collaboration for the future for helping an addict who's still suffering outside of there, doesn't know where to go, and found a purpose of their life and have a new hope.
Yeah.
And then we can use that addict in recovery to give education and awareness to the young one. That's like a two-way street,
Yeah.
Like we save the young one, and also we using the addict in recovery, giving the purpose for the addict in recovery. Like the feeling that I got when the first time I joined the movement of recovery is I found my pride back. I'm still useful for someone else, That's feeling, that's motivated, make me have a faith.
Yeah, Bibin's saying movement of recovery is about the addict that needs help reaching out and to find the support they need, but also about prevention.
Oh, yeah.
So educating people about prevention is the best measure. If you can educate the addiction, what it's about. People don't understand that alcohol is a drug, and it's a pretty terrible one, actually. Hey, I just want to do a shout out to, I see Nanda's up there and a few others. Guys, if you got questions and answers, ask us some questions. Nanda's from Medan, one of the guys we saw in Sumatra there. Good to see you, bro. Enjoy, not endure. I see that.
Yeah. All right. Hi, Gracia, Yudiantari, Vicky, and Ananda as well. Yeah, hopefully you guys listen to us. Okay, so yeah, that's the mission to educate people, to prevent the drugs addicts. Actually, is very important things or step to do, right? And what things that help the recovery itself, do you think, Nev?
It doesn't matter what rehab, in my experience. I've been working in the field of alcohol and drug addiction. I'm a drug and alcohol practitioner, a social worker. You can give good education in rehab, and the one thing that was said that right through Java, Sumatra, and is acknowledged by many here in Bali, the one thing that's missing is aftercare. And aftercare is about having a community of support, peer support, where you can challenge yourself to rebuild a life and have the people that are not going to judge you and say, hey, you're doing it, keep it up, we're here for you, you don't need to go back to active addiction, and to find their self-respect. Rehabs are for discovering, but life happens outside of rehabs. Yeah.
It's true.
That's why this collaboration with the mental health, especially with Berteman Baik, where there's professional mental health inside this community, is like what happened with the addict in recovery. yes, we go to the rehab for 90 days, get clean from the substance, and then we coming out back to our community. We have a mental problem. First coming out is the fears and the trauma who coming back. That's why we as an addict, we like always using substance more and more for run away from that kind of situation, That's why with this, the collaboration with the mental health, that is very important stuff, because our drug problems is already fixed in the rehab, and our new journey start sober, and we still have the disease in our head, we still have the fear, we still have the trauma, still have the worry about like that. So if we can work together in collaboration with the mental health and stuff like that, especially berteman baik who can be accommodate us for what the feeling that we have here, that will be like a great movement together, because that is what I'm feeling. Now I've been clean for 2 years, but I still got a problem with my head.
What is your biggest fear? I mean.
The biggest fear that I have is I'm not good enough.
Like being judged by people, like afraid of being judged by people.
Yeah, because in my past, when I got clean first time, I have a good family, I have a good career, I have good business, and because I'm really up using the stuff again, the drug again, I lost everything. And then when sometime when I'm alone and stuff like that, and when I see something, and then like example, I see a car, and that kick me back straight away. You dumb bim, you already have many things before, and you lost it because of you.
Okay, like
so I start blame myself. I'm not good enough.
Like self-critics.
Yeah,
something
like that. That's why for me is the mental health issue is the disease that I have now. I have that problem.
People don't understand generally what it's like for a drug addict in their mind. They think if you loved me, you'd stop using drugs, and it sounds plausible. It does, but it's not reality. One, because we educate about the brain, how the brain works. Once the brain gets addicted, it is addicted, and the power of choice is gone. So it's not that I choose that I don't love my family, but I need the drug like my motor needs petrol. And when I have no petrol in my car, and I need to survive, I will do some desperate things to get petrol so I can survive. That's why addiction, I think in Indonesia too, on a large scale, and many parts of the world don't understand it, is a mental health disorder. I liken it to schizophrenia and Alzheimer's, because you always forget what you did last week and you do it again. But when you get out, that voice is still on your shoulder. It's that little monkey that says you're not worth it, they're going to judge you, I'm a bad person. Now that is the voice that needs treating, because to learn not to listen to that stuff is not easy.
And you need like to have like a very strong community and like positive activities, like helping, like volunteer, helping people, like it's kind of like things that can help your recovery, right? What do you think?
Well, that's why at the moment Bim Bim and the Yayasan particularly at the moment is out there doing food runs for COVID every day. We use our vans to give out food, because you're actually worth something, and you're out there giving back to the community, and addicts as general have taken enough from the community. It's about giving back and knowing that you can get that pride.
So because of this COVID and because movement of recovery, we are good in networking. We good,
We have to. We have no money.
So we are networking and collaboration with two great NGO. One is Scholars of Substance, SOS Bali,
Yeah, thanks to those guys.
and also Crisis Kitchen Bali. That two NGOs support us with the food.
Oh, wow.
So we help to distribute the food daily to the people who need it.
Yeah.
And we doing that is first thing is for help the people who
Yeah.
needed help during this pandemic, and also for breaking the stigma. We keep telling the people that we are recovering addict, giving back to the community, and the reaction is so good, you know. One experience to me, and they're asking, "Who are you?" We are from the movement of recovery. We are the yayasan who's promote positive lifestyle choice and giving information about drug and alcohol abuse, and myself is an addict in recovery. They look on me and say, "You changed." And I said to them, "Yes, everyone can change." You know, like breaking the stigma about addict is a very good way to do it, because you help them with the food and also you educate them, and breaking the stigma about everyone can change.
Yeah. To send a message, right?
Yeah, and feel before I doing that, the fear is take me far away. Oh, COVID, I'm gonna lose my job. I have no income. I have no food on the table. The fear is coming up. But when we doing this stuff, we see the reality on the ground field. There is many people suffering, and I feel grateful. Still got a job, still got the food on the table, I still got a roof in my head. So this is very good movement that we're doing now. It's good for us as an addict in recovery, and also good for the people who need help at this moment.
Wow. That's like the mission is like for helping people during the pandemic. I think like I totally agree with you. Like many people are struggling with fulfilling their basic needs, actually, right? And this kind of like a way to send a message. That's the very unique things that I can get from your talk.
We've helped many people lately. Suicide
Oh,
is
okay.
on the rise big time. Mental health illnesses are on the rise. Anxiety because of fear of not having a roof, not having food, not knowing what to do in Indonesia. Suicide, we've been helping people there. But the ironic thing is, it's not just the drug addicts and movement of recovery, but it's also the NGO under Borotaman Bike. People that have been through trauma and have received the help and love. I think we are some of the best people to help the people of Indonesia and Bali at this point in time because of that community love and acceptance, and together we will be okay. It's people that don't know this stuff. We're probably the best equipped because we've been through the trauma. We have networks. We're also trained in how to help people because we learnt to help ourselves. So in that sense, the recovery community of drug addicts in Bali and Indonesia can help. We work with families all the time, you know, with drug addiction, but it's also, drug addiction is the symptom. Usually it's trauma underneath, anxiety, self-worth, fear of the future, which is the same stuff which is happening now in COVID. So for us to get out there because we found recovery, break stigma, we are the best equipped. And I'm not just saying movement of recovery, but what I saw with Borotaman Bike, we can help so many different areas of the community. Whether it's gay, lesbian, transgender, whether it's bipolar, whether it's the HIV community, and addiction specific. And pretty much all of that comes under the addiction field because there's so many variants of us.
Luckily we're here like to to make a collaboration, like 10 NGOs, right? Already collaborate, and we can like keep in touch, and then perhaps we have like a event in the future, and then we can keep continue our mission.
Personal feeling that I have when the Borotaman Bike organized this collaboration event, where is 10 NGO from different background but on the same basic they're doing recovery.
Mm-hmm.
That's inspired me a lot. And what I see from this 10 NGO on this collaboration event, I see so many warrior. I see they've been to their own trauma. They have been past their own problem, and they found recovery and they help others.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why we're planning to look after this collaboration so we can work together to do a good thing in the right way. So, like example, when you are in a Western country, just said you are in a USA. Anytime problem that you have, you got the hotline number 911.
911.
Easy to remember. Ring the number, found out I have this problem, and okay. That is our purpose. So why we want to work, make together to, we have a hotline number. When someone have a problem with any kind of issue, of health issue, they can contact the hotline number, and the hotline number can direct. Okay, I have problem with HIV, cancer. Okay, we will connect you to this addiction in here. As that is our purpose. We have so we want doing that because we want to help people who still struggling outside there who need help to recover.
I don't mind saying at Crisis Kitchen, Kylie said it. She goes, I like to hang around with the doers. Now, there's many talkers. There's not many doers. There's many critics. There's not many doers.
Yeah.
So if we can get a collaborative that are willing to share a hotline, so there's someone manning that phone or can pick it up 24/7. To have events are good. They build awareness. But what happens after an event if nothing is done? So to go to an event and say, hey guys, this is our hotline. If you need help with addiction, movement of recovery, you need help with blah, 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 this hotline is for you. And to get that, for an event, to promote that hotline would probably be one of the best things I think Bali and Indonesia could have. It was necessary before COVID-19. It's more necessary now.
Now it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine that a lot of people lost their job, and then maybe they're struggling with their food and mental health issues.
Traveling through Java and Sumatra and being in Bali, the one thing that's missing is acknowledged pretty much by everyone that I saw is the networks. To be able to go here and get referred to there. Networking, it's very much lacking. Like there's no community resource centre in Bali, and not many in through Indonesia. One of the best I saw, but it's more, like Rumah Cemara and Bandung. Those guys are doing some big stuff, but there's not many.
Yeah.
And together to have a community resource centre, I would hope eventually that would be the outcome of some people that really want to do this. Hope.
Okay. Yeah, hope. But it's very thoughtful idea actually. And we can, do it together. Together we can do more.
Bersama kita bisa.
Bersama kita bisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say hi to Ananda Trisusilo. Cool, and good to see you guys still rock in. Enjoyed, not endure. Yeah. Okay then. So, you've mentioned about the trauma, anxieties, and mental health issues. Do you guys have things or self-help guide or activities that can help you to recover to recover yourself? How do you guys
We
face that anxiety and trauma? And do you have certain things that you do?
We've both got our own individual recovery program. It's about networking helping a drug addict is about introducing them to support networks that work for the individual. One shoe does not fit all.
Yeah, like appreciating their individual differences, right?
Some people, like in the recovery field, you've got what's known as smart recovery, you've got,
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
rational recovery, you've got 12-step recovery, and you've got others. So, and some are actually harm reduction, some are abstinent based. Now, so depending on the person and where they are, it's best that we direct them to the best help for them. Some people can't actually get abstinent because it's too difficult or other situations, some circumstances. So sometimes harm reduction, lessening the harm to society, themselves and their families, is the best thing we can do. But the ultimate harm reduction, in my opinion, is being abstinent.
Yeah.
But that's the ultimate step, you know. And the reality is, you got to deal with reality.
Yeah.
You can't sort of. It's like going from I don't love me to I love myself in a day. It's kind of like impossible.
Yeah. How about you, Bim Bim? Like, how do you become like love yourself? This is a tough question, actually.
To be honest, that I just start learn about this program and stuff like that, and the biggest thing for me is to learn to love myself and to educate my brain that I'm good enough. You know, that is the hard progress that I've been through. But with helping another people to help myself, and there is also the good stuff to maintain my recovery journey and help myself, and do it like just keep it simple, just for today, something like that, you know, because
Be present moment, right?
yeah, because we are an addict. I'm an addict. My thinking is always, how about tomorrow? How about next week? How about like that, you know?
Like, yeah.
To put a break to that overthinking. That's, I need another addict in recovery. I need a support. That's why we said in recovery together we can, you know, because without a support from another addict, it's very difficult to doing this recovery journey. Just like a mirroring, you know. I can see myself in Nev, you know, so okay. Stop. Stop like that, you know. But just like mirroring, you know, that's why we need each other. So
Yeah.
I think that
Okay. So guys, are you still there? Ananda, Trisusilo, Vicky, Yudi, and Gracia, if you guys there, feel free to ask a question or maybe give comment. Okay, thank you. Okay, maybe we can just wait for them to ask question then.
I think something I wouldn't mind saying, having gone through the tour twice and stuff, and Bim Bim, and all the government stuff that we went through, and trials and tribulations, we're very grateful to have gone through that, because it actually taught us a lot about how to do things right, procedures of Indonesia, and eventually got the support we need. So in one sense, you know, we're thankful for everything that happened, and our only motto is, how can we help?
Yeah, how can we help?
How can we help?
Wow.
We learn and do on the same time. That's the good thing of this movement.
Yeah, well, we've got that. Yeah, we've got the directory set up there, as Bim Bim said, with 189 Yayasan rehabilitation centres through Indonesia. But we haven't got the hotline to get the information to those people that are suffering and dying. There's 50 people a day that die from drug overdose alone in Indonesia daily. you do the math on that for 1 year. Now that's not including the families that get affected daily by their use, the domestic violence and the other mental health stuff.
Yeah.
But the people that die is 50 a day. That's a lot of people that are just dying from overdose daily.
Yeah.
So to be able to get that hotline or phone number to these people to say there is help, and then we can refer to our directory and guide them how to find the rehab that's near them,
Yeah.
whether it's in Sumatra, Java, other parts of Indonesia or elsewhere. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So guys, so talking about family support, if a family like has children that suffering from drug addiction or substance misuse,
Like many do.
yeah, what they can do.
The first thing they need to do is reach out, ask for the help, stuff like that. So because the important stuff from this stigma about addiction, drug abuse and stuff like that, there is a two choice. If your family or the loved one is on the drug abuse and you choose to save your face, your family respect or stuff like that,
Okay.
you will risk your beloved one life during the drug addiction. So the choice is simple. You want to save the face, the respect of your family, or you want to save the life. So this stigma who happen in Indonesia, mostly people choose to save their respect,
Yeah, like to hide the problem.
to hide the problem,
Okay.
not to reach out. I have this issue, please help. You know, this kind of stuff that is the very different thing that I see in Indonesia and other country, because other country they reach out, you know, and here we hide it, we don't give the help, and we risk the life. That is the problem that I see in my
Thanks
My
to
life.
Bali's, Puck Belgi actually.
yeah.
We've got a community resource space in Kartini Denpasar, where because of COVID we give out Sambako food parcels. But before that, we were just starting to generate support groups, and we had like the Taekwondo institution
Yeah.
on board. So getting exciting trips and events, using art, using music
Yeah.
to get like if there's young ones, for example, the youth, who they hang around with in their environment is going to be a big part of where they go.
Yeah.
So to introduce them to a new community that's exciting, does taekwondo,
Yeah.
does surfing, does motorcycles, and jumps up and down and goes Nikmati Jalani and Samanga, you know, that's kind of it's got to be attractive to them, and it's just part of life these days because substances is everywhere.
Yes.
and most kids will experiment.
Yeah. We have a comment from Vicky. You are both good humans who turn addiction into a tool to help others. You are both perfect for the work you have taken on. Much love and respect. Thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you so much. We're glad that you're there.
Yeah. So Vicky is one of my friend who been following my journey and be on my side along my
Okay.
journey. Thank you, Vicky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you know like how do we support people with history of drug abuse? You know that maybe once the people have recovered and then they go back to the routines to use the drug, and like how do you guys like help them perhaps?
To help the people who have that problem is what I'm doing is I look after myself first. If I'm okay, the others will be okay. So the first thing that we need to have in our recovery journey, we have the support, like the community. You know, do we have the people around us who have the same journey and stuff like that, and helping another addict who's struggling to find recovery. This is one of the tools also to help ourselves, because when I'm doing that stuff, I can see myself in the past. This is what gonna happen if I'm using again. I feel the fear, I feel the pain of them who's struggling. So with that way, I help them, and also I help myself to maintain my recovery.
Yeah.
You know, being honest to myself, of course, that's the main thing also, and try something new
Yeah. Yeah.
in a positive way.
Yeah. Like challenge yourself.
I think educating families, educating people. The majority of people that find abstinence have experienced relapse. That's just a fact. Not many people go to rehab, get out, and stay abstinent because it's not about being perfect, and we will make mistakes. It's just that when we make mistakes, when families don't understand and society doesn't understand and they judge you for making a mistake, once again that reinforces I'm bad.
Yeah.
I'm no good, what's the point? And we'll go back to addiction. So to have that loving environment to say it's okay to make a mistake, let's just get back up. I've relapsed myself, you know, and the judgment that I put on myself was bad enough, but the judgment and gossip from other parts of the community did not help.
That help.
Not one little bit, you know, and to empathise with relapse, unfortunately, being part of the journey of many people to find recovery, including your loved ones, your children and that. Don't judge them, love them. Support, don't punish.
Support, don't punish.
Yeah. Support and punish, yeah. Wow. Okay, so always made Vicky and then Nino Uni present there. All right. This very interesting how we change the stigma actually. Like the problem is like the stigma, how people will treat you when you are like addicted to the drug, and it's tough for yourself, and then it's tough for the family, but sometimes family doesn't have like resource like what to do. Yeah, so that's very important to educate people actually. Yeah.
Sort of one thing that's interesting, the hardest people to help from drug addiction are the ones with coexisting disorders, ones that suffer addiction and bipolar, ones that suffer addiction and depression, ones that suffer addiction and maybe even personality disorders. You know, but hopefully in the future, with working with collaboratives, that can be eased somewhat, because we can help with one aspect and work together with other NGOs and together help people better. Because otherwise it's like the food efforts we're doing at the moment. There's many people doing it, but it's little drips and drabs, and luckily we're grateful to be in with SOS and Crisis Kitchen now, where we can do help communities together.
Yeah.
Like today we're missing out on a big one. There's big trucks going up north to Kalimantan and stuff to feed the communities up there.
No,
We're going to take our
yeah,
vans.
Karangasem, yeah.
Karangasem, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like the events and stuff. It's difficult when you can only have 30 at an event for COVID.
But I've seen the fan on the website. Like, wow, what is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I didn't know like you guys like have a road trip to like different part of Indonesia before.
It started off in Australia.
Ah.
Yeah, went through. I don't know how many miles that is. It's a lot of miles, man. Yeah, it first started off in a van through Australia, from Sydney
Mhm.
all the way down the bottom of Australia, all the way through the desert, and then to Perth,
Mhm.
and then came to Indonesia. So
Mm.
yeah, and hopefully sometime in the future we will head east,
East.
Indonesia.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have what impact do you want to see in people who use your service, or perhaps like who are in the same position as you?
So the impact that we would like to see is we would like to have more people who are able to help themselves and the others. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The impact. There's been a lot of people we've been able to help along the way, but we're a small team. So the impact there would be, to be quite honest, for me, it's to this is actually, I think, a message to the Bali alcohol and drug services to stop the differences and get out there and help together, and let's get on with it and get over it, and let's have a hotline that everyone can access, and let's call it a collaborative hotline.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to have my name on it. It doesn't need to have Bim Bim's name on it. Let's just have a hotline that helps people.
Yeah.
and forget about the rest, please.
Yeah.
So I hope that that might happen, and we can have these support groups, but only with if we support each other.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So, do you have like what is your next project? Like, perhaps do you wanna hang around and have the third trip to other part of like Indonesia, or maybe to Australia or New Zealand or something?
Well, our next immediate is we know 45% of our Facebook audience are Indonesian from ages
25.
so 18 to
25.
25. Yeah, so that's the youth. 45% of our audience. We've got 20,000 on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
So, but we also know we're just learning with our social media stuff. So we are right now looking at our analytics and getting the right people to help us to reach the right audiences, and we need to adapt to get funding.
Yeah.
To make it happen. So our part there, we've got the website too, which we are willing to adapt to a collaborative service rather than just be what it has been. That directory would be really good to have a whole bunch of other services in there as well. So when people look at the directory, they can look under mental health and see addiction and other. But for now, helping Bali is that, and then ultimately, I'd like one day to be able to, with government support, have that resource centre. That is a place where people can come for support groups, addiction, vocational training, reskilling, people leaving prison that want to get support and things like that, and learn horticultural and learn how to reskill and find productive lives and support families. It sounds a bit large, but that's what it's not. It's doable.
I think it's doable. Yeah, that's a realistic one. I mean, I just need to like steps. Which one you gonna do first. I mean, you're in the stage of like educating the youth and promoting the style, like positive style.
COVID's put a big
impact.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're to be honest, we're in danger recently of losing our branding as addicts in recovery doing this. So we need to go back to who we are.
Yeah.
To not forget that we're not a food outlet.
Yeah.
we're a mental health service that are helping people addiction. Freedom from active addiction.
Yeah.
So we really need to explain to people why we're doing what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So guys, you can ask us a question and feel free to leave a comments on the YouTube. Okay. I think they're still there. Right. Do you have like aspiration for the government or like hopes? Hmm.
The hope that with the government that is like the support that we get from the government is quite good already. So because of this situation, this COVID, so everything on the district that you not allowed doing that, not allowed doing this, you can doing this, but this is the protocol and stuff like that. So a bit difficult for us for doing the movement. But so the good thing is the government can support for the next thing is to listen what we need and provide what we need. Because the good thing is from this collaboration is because if only one NGO asking to the government, we need this, we need that, so will be more good if together, like just said, all the collaboration of these 10 NGO come together and then said, we need this, we need this number.
We've all got different.
Let's make this number happening so we can help more people, you know,
There's no
something
harm in
like
putting
that.
this out. We've all got different skills, and some you guys are talented as at this content, social media, getting it out there. But currently, we can do this, and we've done the figures on it.
Yeah.
We've been talking to Crisis Kitchen, Scholars of Sustenance, Aid Hub Bali, who do the databasing for all information like tsunami and things. Also, been talking to Soul Man, who do high-end mental health people.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Now, they're interested in. We looked at a business plan of what it would look like to build a resource centre and how much it would cost. And the figures we have, we figured out we could help 3,745 people per month at a cost of 45,000 Australian per month. But if you break that down, that's $12 per person for 1 month. And that would be a centre where there's a night shelter for people, the homeless. There's a soup kitchen to feed the people that need feeding. And then there's mental health section under that would have all mental health support groups, one-stop shop. And then under that would be vocational training, outreach services, and agricultural initiatives to help at the time. So it's very large, but we've done the figures, and these guys are interested in working toward that. And if other people are interested, we'll put in the work to get the baseline of it, and together get this plan and collaborative happening, and then go to the government and say, can we do this together? And maybe that one-stop shop will happen.
Yeah.
It's the only way it'll happen,
Yeah.
as far as I can tell, because there's not many doers.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But it's this interesting one. I mean, like you really think of like a one-stop service, right? Where people can get like information related to their problems, perhaps when they have a problems related to drug and then mental health or something like that.
Events,
Yeah.
all sorts of
Yeah.
collaborative,
Yeah.
mental health, housing, it's all related.
Yeah, it's true.
And the counsellors that are within each different service, we can work as a collaborative to help communities. So
Yeah. Do you guys have like suggestion to people out there how to reach you? Like maybe through social media or website?
Yeah, there is if you guys go to there is 2 ways to reach out for the movement of recovery. From the directory, from the website, www.movementofrecovery.org, or from the Facebook also. There is the number, there is the contact us, that's linked straight away to my number over there, also from the directory. So if you guys need advice or direction, please
Yeah.
go to our website or the social media.
Do you guys have like a WhatsApp group or something? Like
The WhatsApp's on our social media. It goes straight to.
Straight to
Yeah.
Oh,
you can
got
either
it.
do the Bahasa English. or
English and
Bahasa
Indonesian.
Indonesia.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you guys over there, and then you listen to our YouTube channel today, and you're struggling with the same problem, you can reach out Movement of Recovery in www.movementofrecovery.org, and then the Instagram movement_of_recovery.
Yeah.
Okay, so we still have 6 minutes. Perhaps Vicky, Ananda, or Nino can ask a question or leave comment. We will be very happy to listen to you guys. Okay, so Nev, what is the interesting things that you've experienced living in Bali?
It's too many to mention.
That's too many, really.
Interesting things, or
Yeah, I mean something or particular experience that you want to share to us.
yeah. Look, for me, I've said this before. Actually, we did a Kampuran interview once before, but it's still true. Understanding the minimal resources that are here, but then seeing the way the community spirit of Indonesia works. I think Westerners like myself and many others can learn a lot from Indonesia. The community spirit, the way the first time I met Bim Bim up at that ceremony up there, that was a very spiritual Hindu culture of treating addiction, which is, I was lucky to see that as a Westerner, and there's many different. Yeah, the community. What I really love about Indonesia is the community. There's not a lot of money. There's not a lot of resources, but the spirit.
Yeah.
It's all about spirit, you know. And you guys, you know, it's not actually about the rich cars, and it's not actually about the yacht. It's about the family, the love, and the community.
Yeah.
And that is something that I think is real precious, and a lot of us forget.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bersama kita bisa.
Bersama kita bisa.
Yeah.
Together
Well,
we
it's
can
not
do
going to be
more.
money that's going to save us through COVID,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not going to be that that's going to save us through addiction.
Yeah.
It's going to be love.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then we have 4 minutes. And how about you, Bim Bim? Like, have you been traveled to Australia before with Nav?
Before in the past, I've been travel to Australia and New Zealand also and live over there for a while. But at the moment, I just coming back from my journey back to the reality of recovery, and I'm enjoy it. I'm grateful. I found the journey, and the most thing also. To be honest, I'm quite very happy with this event with the Berteman bike, with the 10 NGO from different background, from the cancer side, from the blind, from disabled, from the HIV
Yeah.
community, and also helping us from the movement of recovery. In this place, on this event, with the Berteman bike, I feel so grateful as an addict in recovery, because I can see other friends that I meet here in this collaboration, they are struggling and having more bad situation before, and they coming back and do recover. That is inspiring me a lot. So I learned a lot in this journey, you know. I meet a lot of people. I learn a lot about the recover from everything.
Yeah. What is so powerful is knowing that you're not alone, right?
That's why I saw so many warrior on this collaboration. You know, that's inspired, that's raised my spirit, and have a fight and hope that we can giving back to the community together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what recovery has given me. In addiction, I felt like I was floating in the ocean and trying to swim, and I was drowning.
Yeah.
And I was doing it alone. No one understood. But recovery is like the ocean goes like this sometimes, but I'm not alone, and I feel okay, and I feel supported. And that's what movement of recovery hope to give the families and the addicts, and we do give, but want to give more. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today and for participating in our event at Diskoria and with Berteman Baik community. Hi there, Berteman Baik, and all of the people that have seen and listened to our YouTube channel today. Whoever you are and whatever your condition and situation, you will be get support. Yeah, as long as you can reach out and then ask for help. We are here, Movement of Recovery, Berteman Baik, will be very happy to help you. Just contact us on our hotline, on our Instagram, on our website, and feel free to ask question or ask for help. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Dwika. Nev.
Nikmati jalani.
Yeah.
Nikmati jalani.
Nikmati
Bim
jalan.
bim.
Yeah, bim bim.
Nama saya Nev.
Yeah.
Okay, and then maybe we can say the tagline together we can. 1, 2, 3.
Together we can do more.
Bersama
Sama kita bisa.
Thank you. Bye bye.